Hello there. Welcome to Pure Coys. I'm Nige. As always, thank you so much for coming on my channel. Please like, please subscribe, as it says in the banner. It really does mean the world. I appreciate every single like I get and every single subscription too. So Spurs away against Brighton tomorrow afternoon, live on Sky Sports at 4:30. Tough game at the Amex. We've had some mixed fortunes there over the years. How do you think we'll do? For me, this is a game we have to win. There is no excuse. We have a pretty fit full squad. Sonny's out. Obviously, Odebear's still out injured. Richarlison still out injured. When is Richarlison ever not out injured? But apart from that, we have a pretty much full squad to choose from. Bentancur still hasn't got his ban, so I would expect him to play. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Who would you start with? Who would you drop out? There's obviously one big name that we'd like to think maybe may start, or I certainly would. But we will come to that. As I was saying, it's a massive game for Spurs. One, they need to win. If we've got any top four aspirations, these are the games we have to win. We've won 5 on the banks. Let's make it 6. 5 on the banks, but only 2 in the league. So let's make it 3 in the league and, really put us in a good position going into the international break. Defeat tomorrow will leave us well short of the top 3. We really do need a victory. With Newcastle drawing this evening, a win tomorrow would only take us, I think, a point behind them. And that would put us in a good position coming out after the international break for our home game against West Ham. But let's have a look at the early team news. And it goes like this. Tottenham appear likely to be without Heung-min Son, who has missed the last 2 matches with a hamstring injury. Destiny Udogie came off at Old Trafford last weekend. There was not believed to have suffered a serious issue and could feature against Brighton. I think he will. But Richarlison and Wilson Odegaard remain out. As for Brighton are currently dealing with a significant injury list, with Jean-Paul Van Hecke, the latest addition to the treatment room. Fabian Hertzler is also been without. João Pedro, I think he might be back, I'm not sure. Simon Adingra, James Milner, Solly March, and Matty O'Reilly. One boost is the return of Joel Veltman, who missed the loss at Chelsea through illness. So if that's the case, Brighton have a lot of injuries and a lot of players out, and I'm expecting a Spurs victory. I'm not going to lie. I am expecting 3 points, and I won't be happy with anything less. Again, let me know in the comments what you think. I am now going to get on to my next bit. I'm not going to do that bit again because I've just done that. So, yeah, the next little slide we have to go with is our recent form against them. Let's have a look at that. So last 4 or 5 we played, we beat them 2-1. Of course, at home, we lost in that terrible game last season 4-2. Can you see this? Let's get this up. So, yes, we beat them 2-1 at White Hart Lane. We lost terribly 4-2 at Brighton. That was an awful game. Spurs were terrible that day. We beat them the year before at the Amex, and we beat them at White Hart Lane. And then, of course, we lost 1-0 at White Hart Lane with a late goal. That was a bit of a killer, that game, wasn't it? But actually, as form guides goes, you look at Brighton's form, and they lost to Chelsea heavily. They got absolutely spanked. They've beaten Wolves. They've beaten Crawley. Apart from that, they drew at home to Forest. Forest were down to 10 men in that game, late on admittedly, but Forest still could have won it. They drew 0-0 at home to Ipswich, and they drew 1-1 away at Arsenal, which of course everyone's like a fantastic result. But Arsenal were in control in that game until Rice got sent off. So if you look at Brighton's results, it's not bad, but they've hardly set the world alight. So I'm really expecting Spurs to go there and do a job tomorrow. Spurs' results, obviously the defeat to Arsenal. But apart from that, got over the line against Coventry, beat Brentford at home. Good win against Karabakh, even though the performance not amazing, but we did have 10 men. Blew United away, and obviously we won away in Europe, regardless of how the game went, regardless of how we played. The fact that we got the win is a big thing, because Spurs have been pretty awful away from home in Europe in recent years. So, again, I'm expecting Spurs to do quite well there. And then we look at maybe the team tomorrow. Let's have a look at the team tomorrow, what we think the team would be, or what we hope the team would be. For me, this is what I hope the team is tomorrow. It is as follows. For me, Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie, Bentancur, Kulu, and Madison, with Johnson, Solanke, and for me, 100%, I'd be starting Mikey Moore. I know a lot of people are like, no, he's too young. He needs to be bled in slowly. You know what? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Age is just a number. He showed me enough on Thursday night, albeit against a Hungarian team. By the way, Hungarian champions. They're no mugs. They're not at Tottenham's level, clearly. But he's shown enough that says to me he's worthy of a start. Because our other option is Timo Werner. Sonny's out. So for me, Moore has to start. 100% he has to start. He won't. I don't think Ange will play him. But for me, I would 100% start Mikey Moore on the left tomorrow afternoon against Brighton. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you start Mikey Moore? Is it too soon? Should he just be given minutes towards the end of a game? 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there? For me, it doesn't really do a lot, For me, start him. Like I say, we saw enough of him Thursday night. Everything good that Spurs did Thursday come through Moore. Both the goals we scored come through Moore. So start him. Listen, he's going to have good games. He's going to have bad games. Bergvall was disappointing Thursday. But you expect that. Youngsters are going to dip in form. They're going to have good games. They're going to have bad games. But for me, Moore is... I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I am confident Moore could be a massive player for Spurs in the coming years. And I think the sooner we get him in and the sooner we get him playing, the better. And for me, I'd have no qualms about starting him. And you know what? It's something for the fans to get behind as well, because the fans are going to get frustrated quite early if Werner's playing and Werner's doing his Werner things. Let's put Mikey Moore in. Let's see how he does in the Premier League. I think he'd smash it. I think he'd smash it. But let me know in the comments what you think. As for score-wise, I'm going for a Spurs victory. I am feeling incredibly bullish. I have been all week. As soon as that United game finished, I thought we are improving. And seeing the way Brighton have been playing, listen, they're good in patches. They play good attacking football. But they are as open as Spurs are, if not more open, I'd say. And with arguably their best centre-half out, I think they're there for the taking. And I'm expecting Spurs to go and get 3 points. I'm going for a Spurs win. I'm going for I said 3-2. I'm going to change it. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Spurs victory. We will concede. But I think Spurs will win the game and win it reasonably comfortably. I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling confident. But let me know in the comments what you think. Brighton Spurs tomorrow. I'm going for 3-1 Tottenham. We will see. I will be doing a watch along as I always do. I don't do it live, as you know. I record it and then I edit out the best bits, the goals, bit of action, whatever, me acting like an idiot, which is quite often when I do match reactions. I'm a totally different person. I think a lot of people probably are when they watch games. But yeah, I swear in all sorts. I am like a drunk sailor. Anyway, that is it for me. I will be posting a video tomorrow evening of the reaction to the Brighton Spurs game. Hopefully, it's going to be a good one and we're all going to be happy at the end. Have a great Saturday night, all. Have a great Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Enjoy your roasts and enjoy Brighton v Spurs. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and absolutely always stay Spurs.